Today's video is going to be very brief, made insanely obvious by the fact that it's not that long of a video to begin with, right? So, first thing you're going to want to do is be interested in them. You're going to have to ask them questions, things like, hey, what made you want to get that hairstyle? Or why are your brother and sister, well, how many siblings do you have? Just questions like that. You know what I mean? You have to be genuinely interested in the person. You don't have to overdo it. Don't ask some deep personal questions like, hey, what's your social security number? Things like that, because that's doing too much, right? But you're going to want to be genuinely interested in the person. Next thing is you're going to have to mirror emotions as they respond. As you ask the questions, they'll give you answers. As they give you answers, they'll be a bit sad, like, yeah, man, my parents just passed away. And you'll be like, oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry. And do it genuinely and authentically. Obviously, you don't want to be faking it. But yeah, be interested in the person. That goes back into being interested in the person, mirroring emotions. If they're excited, you'd be like, oh, really? That's amazing. That's crazy, or something like that. You know what I mean? Mirror emotions. Keep in tune with them. It's like a dance. As they respond to your questions, you're going to want to keep in sync with them, keep in the same foot pattern, metaphorically speaking. Be authentic, but not too random. So yes, be authentic, but not too random. Don't say the very first thing that pops up in your head all the time, because some of the things you want to say that you're tempted to say are just like, bro, that's out of pocket. That's crazy. Why would you even say that? Dog, who invited this guy? Kind of thing. So don't always say the very first thing that's on your mind. But for the most part, you want to do that. Just be authentic. Just keep it casual. Be cool. Be chill. Be smooth. You know what I mean? And give a response and ask a question. It's just very simple formula. If somebody says, yeah, man, I just got a new dog, you're like, oh, that's crazy. Say something, give your reaction, and then ask a question. Oh, that's crazy. What breed is it? Or you could say something like, oh, you got a new dog? Dang, I actually had a bunch of dogs growing up. What made you decide to get a dog? Something like that. Give a response and then ask a question. It's a very simple formula. Shout out Dr. K for this one. It's called the 1-2. He calls it the 1-2 response. 1, you're going to give a response. 2, you're going to ask a question in turn. And it's a very simple way to keep the conversation going and flowing. It's something I've been implementing very recently, and it's actually been very helpful. Next is you're going to not project your negative emotions. If someone makes a face after you say something, don't always immediately assume, oh, it's because they don't like me. They dislike me a lot. They think I'm annoying. They think I stink. They think my breath smells bad, whatever. Don't project your negative emotions onto the situation. Always assume the best. Give people the benefit of the doubt when you're speaking with them, especially the very first time, because that's going to how you're going to leave a very positive impression and help the relationship continue and be positively impactful for the rest of your life. Last thing I'm going to say is get contact info, preferably the phone number. Excuse me. I like to get people's phone number because I feel like that's a bit more personal. And you're going to want to do this depending on how much you familiarize yourself with this person. If you don't know them well, like at all, you're not going to want to say, okay, what's your phone number, man? Don't just randomly ask people for their phone number. At the end of the conversation, be like, hey, man, you seem cool. Is it cool if I get your phone number so we can keep in contact and plan something in the future, da, 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 da. But honestly, you're probably going to want to do this after your, I don't know, second, third interaction. Maybe not necessarily the first interaction all the time, because the very first one is you just warming up to them. Probably, honestly, the third or fourth interaction. By then, you're going to want to get their phone number, depending on how well the conversation flows and goes, basically. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm going to rehash some things very quickly. Be interested in them. Ask them questions. Okay. Mirror emotions as they respond. You're going to want to reflect back the emotions that they give you. Be authentic, but not too random, right? You're not going to want to always say the very first thing that's on your mind, because it'll catch people off guard. Give a response and ask a question. It's the simple 1-2 formula. Next is don't project negative emotions. Don't always assume that people just dislike you. And then get contact info, preferably phone number, right? So these are the things. Oh yeah, another thing I want to add is if it's a girl, do not ask for her phone number like that unless you need it for something specific. Like she needs to give you details for an event. Like she needs to send you a flyer or something. Don't just be like, hey, can I get your phone number to a girl? Because then it'll be like, in her head, she'll be like, is this guy flirting with me? Does he like me? Kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty much it for the video. I know this is a bit longer than I thought it would be, than you guys probably thought it would be as well. But yeah, it's pretty much it. God bless. Peace. That was a half milli rock. I don't know why I did that. Bye.